Hey everyone, Rot1nPieces here, and today I'm going to do another mentoring, but unlike my other videos, we're actually going to do a live lesson with the person I'm talking to here. As you can see, he said he wanted help with Ahri, last hitting and harassing and getting harassed, as I can see, like in the message he sent me. So we're going to, as soon as I get him into Curse Voice, we're going to kind of go over some things with him. And one of the things I'll probably go over is rune pages, because all 5 of his rune pages like suck. So we will definitely do that. So let me see if I can get him into the call. Um, hello, hello.
Hello.
All right, so Ahri, getting harassed, harassing, and CSing. It's a whole lot of everything here.
Yeah, trying to increase it, like my mid lane aspects in general.
Yeah,
But stuff, I mean, the harassing parts a mid lane, but then also for like a bot lane and top lane type deal as well.
yep. Well, in mid, it's a little bit different than bot lane for sure, but we'll see. Go ahead. Well, I'm going to start a game. We're just going to do a 1v1. Pick Ahri, and we'll do CSing first. I want to see how that goes.
All right.
I'm going to send you something too as soon as I figure out how to send it to you. But it's basically an Excel spreadsheet of what runes you should get. Because I noticed you have like some like tier 1 and 2 runes in your pages.
Yeah,
So
my runes are not the best.
I think I might have to do it over Google. Go to Google Drive. Alright, let's do upload file. Yeah, this works. Alright, cool. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put something in the call here. We can go over it in a second. Yeah, because I noticed I was looking through your pages anyway, just because I was thinking, well, if you're going to upgrade all your tier 2 to tier 3 of the same exact runes, all your runes are kind of off, so kind of fix it before you do that so you don't waste uh, your IP.
Yeah, so I don't waste it.
Okay, so the first thing, just to kind of see how you are with CS in general, let's do like just focus on CSing. Don't try to harass me. Don't try to do any of that. I just want to kind of gauge where you are at now.
All right. Yeah, it's a skill I'm trying to work on. It's just, I mean, I'm all right with an ADC just because, as you get more attack damage, it gets easier to do.
Yeah,
But with mages, usually I struggle because trying to get that, you have such low AD, trying to get that last hit is
yeah.
kind of hard sometimes.
Yeah, and a lot of it is when you're in an actual game, you have to deal with a lot of people like harassing you and stuff. But just doing like this, going into a custom game, just picking Ahri, just hit the minions, kind of get used to how much damage you deal, and kind of just do it that way. It would be a little bit more beneficial. Hey, we got the same skin. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I only got one skin I try to keep one skin per champion. I don't like having too many skins when you have to decide which one to pick per game. It gets too tedious.
I have this one. I have the Foxfire, and then I have the new one, the Challenger one. I like this.
Yeah,
I like this one just because if you dance around the blue buff will dance with you.
I'm trying to wait for the Jinx one to come out. Kind of want to get that,
Yeah.
but I'm probably gonna wait a while. They got a lot of good ones coming up.
Oh my god, even I'm missing him. Holy crap.
No, I missed the siege minion.
Oh, that's not good.
Like 9 times out of 10, I just use an ability on the siege minion just to secure it.
Yep. And that's fine. You'll see, like, after this, we'll do it with me trying to harass you. And, yeah, usually that's fine because you can hit the person and CS at the same time, so.
Yeah, that's a good thing with her orb, which I like.
Alright, I'm going to stress you out a little bit here. Alright, challenge time.
So I know, like, I think if I hit them once before the turret gets them, I should be able to get them usually.
Yep, it's the ranged ones you can hit once. The melee ones you don't have to hit them at all.
Say that one more time.
The ranged ones you hit once. The melee ones you don't hit at all if they're full health.
All right. Oh no!
Alright,
All the minions.
stand away from the wave because I'm just going to keep throwing that in there and you're going to die eventually. gonna do it about 3 more minutes, just kind of see how it goes here. Okay, let's do a remake, because I think I kind of feel out what the problem is. So I left the game, so let's remake another one.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm looking at is, like, when it's under the turret, you kind of have issues that way, and then when you're in the lane, you just don't know how your auto attacks do, which you've kind of mentioned. So, um, did you leave the game?
Yeah, I left.
I don't know why I have a reconnect thing still. I'm gonna reload.
I used to have that problem. I would go in custom games and I just go to time limit, but then I leave and then it just tells me to reconnect, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's never been a problem before. It's just the past few months it kind of does that, and it's really weird.
need to put an option in so to to allow reconnect on or off, something like that.
Yeah.
So we're running it back basically.
What we're gonna do is now what we're gonna do is gonna do the same thing except like I'm gonna harass you and just play it out like you normally would. I just kind of want to like put a little bit of stress on you to kind of figure out where you're at, basically.
All right.
Yeah, with the minions, uh, that's the kind of thing that just takes a little bit of practice, just knowing how much auto attacks you can do. But the thing CSing under the tower, that is something that you should get really good really quickly. That's something. Oh, I'm looking at your masteries, and I can see one thing that can help you is taking the butcher mastery, butcher and feast. Yeah, I'll help you with the masteries too here after this game, I guess.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
because that was happening to me earlier. I was playing a match, and I was playing as Katarina, and I was going up against a Vel'Koz. I just could not. get through the poke. Like it was just so strong.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing with laning in general is if you playing a skill shot champion and you hit your skill shots and you miss their skill shots, obviously you win, right? But that's difficult to say because I can tell you, oh yeah, just hit all your skill shots all day long. But I mean, that's just something you just got to practice. Be in games, you gotta, you know, throw skill shots more, know how much damage you do, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Part of it will help when you actually get a actual rune page, not like the low level runes. Because you have like a lot of bad habits being used to those runes. So when you get more, when you get like the best that you can get, it's going to feel a little bit different. So you're going to screw it up at first, and then you're going to get a little bit better, and then a little bit better, and then, you know, a little bit better, going like that. Yeah, one thing that I was told early on was just the number one thing, doesn't matter what happens in the game, focus on CSing. CSing is number one. Objectives is number two. Well, I should say objectives is number one. CSing is number two. Kills is number three. So kind of think about it like that. If you can get a kill, that's great, but a kill is only 10 CS. So say you roam and you have this huge wave piling up mid, and 20 minions get pushed into the tower and you only get one kill, you know? So you kind of already lost that way.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Yep. Okay, come back. I'm not going to buy anything, so we'll be on even footing a little bit.
Yeah, man. That's why like I seriously really want to work on this harassing thing because whenever I play mid lane and I go up against very poke champions, that's what usually tends to happen to me is I
Yep.
get like zoned and then it's hard, especially when you go up against something like a Xerath. Like
Yeah.
it's so brutal.
Well, the number one thing is don't stand in the minion wave, right? Doing that will cause, like, see how I'm pushing the wave? But if I push the wave, I can't harass you at the same time, right? So I can either go for the wave or I can go for harass. So you're kind of making people make that choice. But if you stand literally right in the center, I can do both, just like that. Okay, I'm going to go one more time. I'm not going to buy any items, but I am going to go back here.
Man, you're making me feel like my whole league career has led up to nothing.
Well, just think about not, you know, don't get too in your head. Just think, okay, just dodge skill shots. I know this champion. I know when the skill shots are coming. Just kind of, you know, think about it. If I'm in auto attack range 2 and I'm autoing you, that is a key sign I'm about to throw something at you as well. So okay, let's remake. I can kind of see some patterns that you're doing now as well. Okay, I'm gonna leave the game here. Skip waiting for stats. All right. Create. All right. So when you grab your champion as well, just go right down mid lane. I'm going to go into the river. I'm going to kind of like show you kind of a harass pattern that you can do in lane. Who's your favorite AD carry? Am I still on? Am I muted? Still with me? I think you're muted. You might be.
Oh, I am muted. My bad.
There you go.
My favorite AD. I don't really. When it comes to ADC, I don't really have like a preference
Okay.
because I don't play it a ton. But I usually like Caitlyn
Okay.
or Twitch. I
Who?
have experience with those two.
Okay. Who is your main champion that you like playing in solo queue? If you can get it every single time, no matter what lane you're
Hmm. I'd say nothing really.
in.
I'll be honest. When I go solo queue, I'm usually the guy who calls Phil.
Yeah.
Unless Katarina's open, then I will snag her and go mid because I like to punish people for leaving Katarina open.
Okay.
Oh
Well.
yeah, that or Akali. If people don't ban Akali or Katarina, I usually like to pick her just for the reason of that they left her free.
Yeah.
And then I go mid with Katarina. And Akali, I can go. I've done top Akali before, and I've never done a mid Akali. So
Okay. Come over here. I'm gonna show you something here. Think about this. Ahri, you have 53 AD, right? Right now.
yeah.
Graves, the AD carry, starts with 54. So when you're come over here more or more in the open, like where I put my ward. So when you're in lane and you're harassing, picture this harass. Okay, I took a chunk of your health. Or you can do something like this, right? I just took a quarter of your health bar versus like an eighth of your health bar. At lower levels, especially level 1, everyone pretty much does the same amount of auto attack damage. So if you're not autoing with your spells as well, you're missing out on probably half of your damage or more. So just kind of
Yeah,
think
so you want
about,
to try and mix in auto attacks with your spells as well.
yeah, don't give up CS for it, but just make sure like if you're not going for CS, that you actually get some sort of spell in or some sort of auto attack in. Especially with Ahri now, if you can auto and then Q and you can just like peace out, right? So they can't really auto attack you back if you hit at least one part of it. Oop, damn. Okay, let's remake anyway. I harassed you too much at the beginning of the game. That wasn't even fair.
Yeah, I got under that. What? Let me see. Did you auto attack me after that charm?
No. I think
Huh.
I'd have to play it back, but I think I
Because
autoed.
I got charmed and then I had some health, but then I just kind of dropped.
Yeah. Well, I think I
Maybe it's.
autoed.
I don't know.
I think I autoed. I did charm auto and then my Q. I don't know. I don't remember. That's a bad sign. You're just like too into the game and it's just like, oh, I don't know what I did. I just kind of like did some stuff.
Yeah, I just pressed the buttons.
Oh my god. Did you? Are you still in the? Oh, you're still in the game. That's why.
Oh, you wanted me to leave?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good.
Yeah, I was like, huh, why aren't you in Midland anymore? What happened? Ooh. Oh man.
All right. Come on. Log me in. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna play a different champion. So one of the general rules of CSing, as it was taught to me, this is of course back in season 2, so
Uh huh.
it kind of holds the same weight when laning, but not so much in the later game. But if you can get one auto attack harass off and still get a minion, the CS, that auto attack is worth it. If you get the auto attack off and miss the minion, that trade is not worth it. Likewise, if you can get two auto attacks off and you get the minion, that's obviously worth it. If you get two off and you miss the minion, it comes out even. So when you're, I think I got the fucking firewall bug.
Yeah, it says you're not connected.
Come on. Awesome. Take two. There we go.
Oh. I've actually never laned against a TF.
TF is good, but he sucks at really low elo because he's like the opposite of Blitzcrank, where Blitzcrank is he punishes really good or really bad mistakes. TF rewards like really good plays, right? So if you don't know how to make a play with TF, then it's kind of like you're just fucked.
Yeah, it's like a waste of time.
All right, so yeah, kind of with my just CS talk I was doing before, just if you can get this, if you can get the harass off, great. If you can't, focus on getting your CS and dodging his harass, right? If you can do that, you'd come out better because if he's just throwing just random crap at you, you'll be pushed to the tower and then you're safe. You can farm all you want, right? You can do that until, you get a little bit better, a little bit more control, figure out you don't even buy your trinket. You should probably get a trinket too. So you have a ward.
I forget. It's fine. I don't think I'm gonna need it for this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of kind of knowing what to do, when to do it, kind of thing, and that takes just a lot of experience. But the easiest thing to do in solo queue to win is just out farm. Like if you don't do shit all game and all you do is farm, you like the other guy's not going to be able to farm, right? So if you're just able to farm and stay in lane as long as humanly possible, then you win because you're going to have more items. You're going to have, you're going to deal more, just simply more damage than everyone else, and then you'll get to
Yeah,
it.
I had that happen once. I was laning against a guy, and I was playing Katarina, but all he wanted to do was poke. And I maintained like a CS lead. I think I died like maybe once, but like later on, I was getting items and he wasn't really getting much.
Yep.
And then I was able to start roaming with Cat and then pick up kills on top of my CS lead. And I ended up pulling a W out the game. But I see what you're talking about, and perspective wise, like growth.
And hit me when I'm doing that too. Like you notice, kind of, I'm like right in your face, and you can hit me with an auto attack or a spell, but you're not. You're just kind of running away, and doing that kind of gives up your lead as well. Or you can get a small advantage because if he knows you're gonna just auto attack, then he won't be as aggressive, right? Because he's like, oh crap, if I go up for that CS, like I'm just gonna get harassed down. Oh, A plus for me.
Wait, did you actually hit a minion with that stun?
Yep. I even redid a binding on my keyboard just to not fuck that up, and I still do it, like every game.
So then now I feel like we've had the same CS, but then now you have a kill.
Right.
So then now I'm behind a level.
Yeah, you were behind
Not good.
almost an entire level, and effectively you can see it as I am 10 to 13 CS up from you. Oh, fuck. Fuck.
Man, those cards hurt so bad. And the thing that I like about them is they're sort of like Ahri's Q, how they go through minions.
Yep. That's a good thing about some mid lane champions, because most of your stuff goes through minions. So it's easy to poke and harass at the same time. Bam. Goodbye.
Yeah, it's rough. I can see. I always knew TF is like very viable for those things in his kit. Those the range on that is good.
1,000.
Yeah, it's got range. Like it's something you can throw from far away, still hit, and not even be in range to get hit back.
Yep. TF is also good if you're good at CSing, because his passive gives you between 1 and 6 gold on top of all the CS gold. So if you're good at CSing with him, he's fine in the late game. But if you can't hit skill shots, then that's not good. And notice how I'm kind of autoing you as well. Like if you get too close, I just like throw an auto out just for the hell of it.
I had those things where I try to go in for an auto, and then the guy walks away, then I walk away, but he turns and gets an auto on me.
Yep. That is about knowing. Walk right into it. Yeah, knowing kind of your auto range versus theirs. All right, let's do one more.
tell if I go up against mid lane and get someone who's a higher elo than me, yeah, I'm gonna have a bad time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a bad time.
Well, the good part about this is that you already don't think that you're supposed to be like the challenger god, all right? So now, like, even you just said it to me, like, okay, I know if I go up to someone better, I won't be able to win. So the good part about that is you're more willing to actually learn. Do you have any gold for items, or are you just not buying items?
Oh no, I haven't bought.
Okay.
I'm just kind of running through this, just like doing it. And then I gotta put the thought process into the items that I gotta grab.
Yep. Generally with Ahri, is really only like one build, right? If you do the Merlinomicon thing that I'm building into either Deathcap or Zanya's Void Staff, get the other one, pretty much the full AP thing. So basically, think about this game. We'll remake. We'll do another just flat out like CSing, and then later on we can do like a second.
Yeah, if we do something like this, like where we're just kind of going at it,
Yeah.
I think I see what I can do better.
Yep, and a lot of it is, you even say it yourself, you get poked out in lane. I mean, just dodging harass is like the biggest part of mid lane, because everything is a skill shot, and I mean, you can dodge pretty much everything.
Yeah, because sometimes it's like, if it's like, like when I'm in a game and it's like really, I'm trying not to die, I'll just, recall rather than just die in lane.
Yep, which is what you should do. If you're ever just sitting in lane and I can throw one Q at you and you die, that's when you recall. Doesn't matter if you'll lose the farm, doesn't matter any of that, because, like I said, 10 CS up. Okay, so, yep, let's remake. Alright, leaving the game.
Oh, this makes me feel like I'm worse mid laner NA.
Okay. Yeah, just think of it as learning, kind
Well,
of like,
honestly, like a lot of the things you do, I don't really go up against
yeah,
in like my elo. Things of like balancing CS and the harass. I
yeah,
always see people do one or the other,
yeah,
not really a good combination.
yeah. And if that happens, that's good for you, because then if you do both, or if you do just farming, and if they're just going to harass you, I mean, you win. And if they're just going to farm and you're just going to farm, then you just have to farm better, right?
Yeah. Or try and find. Can't you try and find a way to mix in some harass? So
Yeah,
you'll notice like, oh, they're not really trying to hit me. They're just trying to get CS.
yeah. And if that's the case, go back to what I said before of not standing in the minion wave, kind of stand off to the side. And I'll show you this game because I'm not gonna harass you. We're just gonna like CS. So I'll kind of show you what I mean. Yeah, and don't think like everything you're doing is just like, oh, like this guy's so much better. I'm like never gonna get that good kind of thing. When I first started was in season 2, halfway through season 2, right? My first mentor, I was 1,000 elo, which is like equivalent of bronze 5.
Okay.
Uh, do you watch the LCS?
No, but I do watch people from the LCS.
Okay, do you watch Pole Bolter?
No, I've never heard that name before.
Oh, he's one of the mid laners for Winter Fox, an LCS team. And in the middle of season 2, he was my first mentor ever. So if you think, okay, I'm bronze 5, and now this semi-pro is like kicking my ass. So don't think that if like I'm just a plat player and if you're just bronze 5 and you're never going to become plat, like you got to think about like how hard I had it. Like how he mentored me, like level 1, it was over. Like he would come in level 1, I would die every single time. We would do it for like an hour, and that's everything that happened. And he was like, okay, just make sure, yeah, just like make sure you do this. I'm like, okay. And we'd go back again. He would kill me at like level 1. He'd be like, oh, look, he was very good. Now I have to do this. I'm like, okay. I made it to level 2, and the nice guy that he was like, look at that improvement already. You made it to level 2. Now just remember to do this. And I'm like, oh shit. So it's a huge like learning curve. So don't think of it as you're gonna take one lesson from me, and I would probably do a follow-up lesson so I can actually see you in a real game, not just like 1v1ing. But take it as, okay, now I know the skill gap. Now I know what I can do and what I can like achieve, right? So if you ever go into a game and you think, okay, well, he can do so much damage as Ahri, maybe I can do that much damage, and you kind of try it and it works, like, okay, I'm going to try it again next game. Okay, it didn't work this game, why didn't it work, you know? So you kind of ask questions that way as well. Kind of get you just a little bit ahead of everyone else. So you notice when I said don't stand in the minion wave, stand like right here. You don't, like how you're used to standing like over here, I stand like over here.
Like on opposite ends of the lane.
Yeah. And one thing you can do is just, this is like nothing that you asked for, but like if I go over here in a real game, most of the time the other person is going to go on the other side like that, right? So if you ever have a gank coming with your jungler, you just stand on the opposite side and he'll push towards your jungler, and that'll make a gank easier. Just as a side note.
Okay.
It's just like a human nature to stand as far away from the other person as possible. So if, say you have a jungler over here in this bush, you want to stand over where you're at now. That kind of just makes me want to move away from you. Ah, damn. And look where the minions are firing as well. That's the one thing, if you are trying to figure out, okay, these two minions are going down about the same rate. Where are the ranged minions shooting at? The melee minions don't do as much damage, so if you can get, okay, these two ranged minions are attacking this one, you know, focus, you know, throw an auto attack out so you can get the health down enough to auto attack it without it dying to the minion. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I
Uh,
see what you mean.
yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to explain it better because I haven't never actually had to explain it before. Like if they're dying at the same rate, if you auto attack them once. All right, see if you can get all of it. Get it? Get it? Damn.
No. When I get a successful last hit on a siege minion, it's like, yes, I did it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. If you have to burn mana at any point and you're not harassing, I mean, getting a siege minion is worth it. That's 40 gold, right? That's double all the other ones, so that's more than worth it. Uh, mhm.
Let's see who dies first. Ooh, I was actually able to get both of those.
Nice. One thing that helps too is if two minions are dying, if you stand closer to one, you can CS a little bit better because it's the damage is based on the projectile. So if you stand closer, the projectile takes less time to fly through the air.
All right.
Like this one, you can just stand here, and the damage comes out when the projectile hits. So if you stand closer to one of them,
Oh yeah, so it's less flight time basically.
yep.
Yeah, that's what
Especially,
I always think about that whenever I'm going to hit one. I'm like, how much health will it be at by the time this reaches it?
yep. Yeah, one thing to do as well is try not to use your spells under the tower because it'll make it so it's harder to CS because the you don't know how much tower damage has been taken on the back minions, right? So if you just like just focus on what the tower is attacking and think melee minions, okay, 2 attacks, auto attack. And one thing that could help too is when you fix your masteries, which I'll go over probably after this one. I gotta see how much time we have, but you can also take hybrid penetration reds. Typically, I don't do it just because it takes more, or you deal more damage with magic penetration because you do obviously more magic damage as a mage. But if you're having troubles with like CSing, it just makes your auto attacks hit more or hit for more. So it'd be a little bit kind of as a band-aid until you learn, okay, this is how it is to CS with one champion.
Yeah, I see.
And you see as well, because I noticed, now that I'm thinking about it too, is you said you prefer to fill, but you would take Katarina over everyone. But
Yeah.
you don't typically take more than one champion besides her.
For mid lane.
Yeah, or any lane. I mean, you said you don't even have a preferred lane to play.
Uh, I like jungle if anything,
Okay,
just because the one thing I like about jungle is it's usually like a stress-free thing for me, because you worry about ganking and stuff, but usually stuff like farming and all that kinda is like at my own pace type deal. So
right.
I don't have to worry about, oh, are we gonna get ganked? Is he gonna throw a skill shot at me? Am I gonna miss that CS? It's more of like which lane needs me to gank them and how can I gank it and
Yeah,
make this worth my time and not fall behind.
yeah, yeah. Jungle is a lot of less mechanical skill unless you play like Rengar, and more of decision making, and that's like a lot of okay, if the jungler is top, can we take the dragon? Which is the answer is usually yes, but it's kind of well, I guess I'll have to just watch your game and kind of like critique you that way. Because it's kind of hard saying like, okay, this is what you have to do here, 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 because I haven't been in bronze for like 2 years, so
Yeah.
it's kind of hard thinking like because in my game, as you even said, like when you're a jungler, you don't have to worry about people like attacking you or missing skill shots. In my game, you do because if I'm like a jungler like Olaf and I just walk into your enemy jungle and you're playing like anybody, like Kha'Zix or Rek'Sai or any of those guys, and I'm Olaf, like I'm gonna fuck you up. so, one thing is kind of what I can do now is kind of focus on since you did want to focus on CSing. It's easy to do that now with the mid lane. Playing someone like Ahri, she has like really nice fluid animation. She CSs kind of well, so I can kind of like prep you through it. But I can only say so much because I need to actually see you in a game. Uh, oh my god.
It's okay. I have health pots. But yeah, I also that, or I will go Karma support. I also if anything, I could say Karma would be like my main. If I go into a game and they need a support, I will more than gladly Karma support.
Okay. Why do you like Karma support in particular?
I like Karma support because she has poke. And 9 times out of 10, the people I lane against bot lane don't know what to do against the poke.
Right.
So
As
like
as I
it
can
makes
see
it
with me poking you in that game, I just like destroyed you.
yeah, it makes it simple when you don't really know how to manage it. Like I'm good at giving it, but I'm not that good at receiving it,
Yeah.
you know? So I'll play Karma and I'll go in the bushes, I'll hit my Qs on them, and it's good because eventually they pop their pots, which is good because when my ADC will go in, then my ADC doesn't have to worry about a pot.
Yep.
They just know, oh, this is how much health they're working with, and they decide to stay in lane.
All right. It's been past 10 minutes anyway. I should have like checked the marker to see how much CS you got, but so far, I mean, it's looking better. You got 65 before when we did it. I mean, you're at like 20 at 10 minutes. So I mean, even just in the short time of just like focusing, like you kind of got better that way. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the game again. You got 10 minutes still, so we can do like one more. Do you want to do like a game where I harass you, or just sit and farm and kind of see how that goes? What would you rather
I
do?
say a game where like the TF game. I'd say like a TF game.
All right.
But yeah, I'm really good with it in the support. I kind of take pride in my support role because I do
Mm-hmm.
things that most supports at that elo don't do,
Yeah.
like placing wards, which sounds crazy, but you'd be surprised how many people just support and don't buy a sightstone.
Yeah. Yeah. The one thing that is easy to do is support, because if you want to win the game, you can just take a support with CC, walk into any lane, and just kill that person. Like if you were like I usually tell everyone who asks me like on Reddit like who's like the best support for low elo, Annie. Mobility boots first, charge up your stun, walk into the mid lane and just kill the person. Like
Oh yeah, I was watching this video of this stream on YouTube the other day, and the guy he was playing top lane, but in the game he had a roaming Annie support.
yeah.
Dude, she was doing so good.
Yeah. And
Like, cause all she would do was walk up, and with the combo she has,
yeah.
and drop it on people. And if she didn't get the kill, at least the person in lane would mop it up, and it was working really, really well.
Yeah. Yeah. The best reason for that is because Annie can poke herself just because she has the like a 600 auto attack range, which is longer than most of the 80 carries. So if you wanted to have like a poke champion, you can poke with your auto attacks. You don't cost any mana, and then you can charge up your stun. So if you walk up to an 80 carry and they're trying to CS, they're either going to stop CSing because you're going to stun them, or you can auto attack them to death, kind of thing.
Yeah, I tried Annie support before, and I don't know. I feel like I can't do as well because I feel like it requires more synergy for me, at least, because I'm not that
Yeah,
good of an Annie support to the point where I can just walk up, drop my
yeah,
combo, and hopefully get a kill. Most of the time, I need like an ADC follow up, but
yeah, and that's
it
because
doesn't work too well.
you're just trying to. It sounds like just walk up and kill the person in a rotation. What you could do is put like your trinket ward in the bush, like the farther bush away from your tower, and anybody who walks into that bush or walks like around you, auto attack them, just auto, and then like chase them down the lane until their AD carry does something. But I mean, if you just auto attack people as a support, that's beneficial too. Like I said when we started, Ahri has 53 AD, Graves starting has 54 AD. Not counting runes, but AD at the early game is really close. So if you're playing any support, just walk up and auto attack people. You don't have to use any spell. If you just auto attack people, you get the gold from your spell thieves, and you can get harass, get presence in the lane, like people talking about. Wrong way.
No, like I walked, but I got minion blocked. I was trying to dodge that. I saw you coming in. I was like, no, what am I doing? But yeah, I don't know. I feel Karma. I've had the most success with Karma support, which is why
Yep.
I think I like her a lot. Because then on top of that, actually I like Annie support, but I feel like besides her stun, she doesn't really bring much like as a support.
Yeah, she brings damage and a stun. That's all she does. But
But like with Karma, I usually, she comes with the shield,
yeah,
and she also has that tether of hers, which leads into like a snare for like 1 second.
yeah,
But the thing I like is her mantra is good because it helps for the group shield is really good in some fights because you can just snag everyone.
yeah. I think you muted yourself again.
No,
Okay.
should I go to push the talk button? But that's that's why I have such a profound passion for Karma.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of things at low elo, like Karma's good. Like you even see professional uh, Korean players play Karma. Like you just saw it like 2 days ago if you ever watched the Korean like professional games. But the problem with Karma in a low elo sense is you can put the shield on whoever you want, but if the person doesn't know what to do with it, then it's useless.
Yeah,
So that's one reason why I tell people to do Annie support, because if you get fed as Annie support, well, you can kill everyone, right? So you don't have to wait for your mid laner to get damage to end the game, because you can just end the game.
oh, yeah. It's always one thing when you're just free farming, but it's so much different when you're sitting here with like another opponent who's actually attacking you.
Yeah,
It's all a mental game. I'm still trying to work that up.
yeah, and a lot of it just takes practice, you know. How long have you been playing anyway?
Only a couple months.
Yeah. See, that's fine. I mean, if you keep playing it, like figure out like a champion that you like playing and just play that champion, right? Since you say you like playing Katarina, like every time Katarina's open, obviously just play Cat. I mean, that's fine. Especially since low elo people don't know how to stop the ult. Oof. That charm hit. That'd be good.
Did that charm? It didn't hit. It got like hit by
No.
the minion.
Yeah, minion stopped it.
The hitbox on that charm is large, which is like I always find it a good thing and a bad thing all at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah.
I was like, the charm hit. I was like, come on, come on. A good thing I found with the Karma support though is that usually I just tend to use the shield when people are chasing or running, because
Yeah.
then that way they don't have to know what to do with it. It just happens.
Yeah.
Like if a jungler's coming in, I throw a shield on them, helps them get into the gank faster.
Yeah.
Or if ADC's running. But most of the time, other than that, I don't really use it for that as a reason. I rather use it on myself because not that many people.
Yep.
I throw a shield on someone sometimes and they'll just walk away instead of chasing. And
Yep.
I'm like, come on, man, you got to use that speed boost it gives. See, I saw you coming in for the TP, but I wasn't ready for the stun.
Yep. And that's why TF at high elo is played, because if you can get just random pick off kills like that, like you just win the game. Whereas low elo people, they don't know how to do that. But yeah, I mean, if you like Karma, if you play like 1,000 game of Karma, eventually you're gonna get good at it, right? Eventually you'll start doing stuff like, oh, let me try. I always try this thing. Let me try this instead, right? So eventually it's just like, if you start doing just enough weird stuff, you're just like, oh, maybe this will work. Oh, maybe this will work. Maybe this will work.
Dude, you always get me with that flash.
You got to know when you can get the kill, man.
That's a good combo though with TS because you can do the card and have it ready, and then it makes your auto that much more powerful.
Yep.
Oh man, because I don't see that. I don't really have that happen to me by most other people I go up against mid lane because they don't really have like that thing. Because you can usually get a good auto or an
Mm-hmm.
ability out of a flash, but you know when that auto is like an auto and an ability put together, it's pretty good.
Yeah. That's one thing why a lot of people just say play one champion, because if you play one champion, you kind of get used to how much damage you can do, plus like little combos you can do and all that kind of stuff. Because if you only play one champion, eventually you just learn all your mechanics on one champion. Then if you go to another champion, you can kind of think, oh well, while I'm playing Karma, I notice that enemies can do this much damage. So when I'm playing that champion, oh, I think I can do this much damage. Ooh.
Jeez, the range on that hurts so bad. I always underestimate your range with your autos.
About 600. I think TF outranges Ahri. I actually don't remember. Get it.
Uh, but yeah, I can definitely see. I see things I need to work on.
Yeah.
But at least now I see them more prevalent than before.
Yeah.
Because before I was like, I guess I'm an alright mid laner.
Yeah.
I mean, I can hold my own, sort of.
Yeah.
But I'm like, how do I get even better than,
Yeah.
just sort of?
And that's the start, right? So I mean, if you think that you're already good and you're at bronze 5, like you're never going to get better, right? But if you think, okay, well there is some improvement, what do I need to improve on? And
Oh,
dodging skill shots is probably your number one thing you need to learn. Um, Now you kind of know where to go, right? You kind of have a path of, okay, what do I need to improve on? Every time a skill shot is being charged up, or just be wary of it. Move left or right, not back and forth, kind of thing. Eventually, it's just like if you just play so much mid, because there's just so many skill shots, it's just something that you will eventually pick up. Oof,
that must have been right at the tip of the range.
probably.
Oh, man.
Well, I could say I hope you got something from it, from all of this. So, I mean, hopefully it's not just like me dumping on you and you're just like, man, I don't know what I should do in the moving forward kind of thing.
Oh, no, trust me, I've been in this situation where you're just getting smacked in mid lane, and you had that thought, like, oh, man, what do I do to get out of this mid lane thing?
Yeah. There you go. Shut down.
It's it's like I feel good about it, but bad at the same time.
Yeah, a lot of things. I mean, number one thing about mid lane is dodging skill shots. I mean, if you can master that, I mean, that's half the battle right there, because everything in mid lane is skill shots. I mean, the stuff that isn't skill shots in mid lane, people don't play anymore. So, like Rise, no one plays Rise. You know, everything from Xerath is skill shots. LeBlanc is all basically skill shots or important stuff is. You know, so if you can CS and dodge skill shots, like you're already halfway there. If you can do both of those things, you could probably get to silver 5 very easily. But CSing is the most important thing of everything. But it's also
Yeah,
you need
I can
to.
say that for like any lane
Yep.
that you play. It's like a universal skill that you just really need to be good at.
Yep. And if you're good at it once, you kind of get to be good at it with everything else too. So.
Please have mercy. Oh. Yeah, I definitely see. So now, whenever I play against someone in my elo, I'm gonna be like, "What? What? He's not doing any of those things Rot used to do to just punish me." I'm like, "Come on, this is really."
Yeah. It's all I want to do is hopefully you kind of figure out some stuff that you can actually do. Like, okay, well, I tried to do this when I was with him. It didn't work, but I can do it in Bronze Elo. Why does it work in Bronze Elo? You know, that kind of thing. You can kind of think, just experimenting is probably the best thing. I don't want to say like, okay, focus on this, focus on this, focus on this. Like, if you do something and it works, ask yourself, okay, why did that work, right? And if it doesn't work in another game, say, why does it work in this game and not in this game, kind of thing. But I mean, the biggest skills that you can learn, I mean, the most prevalent, obviously, in that game is dodge skill shots. Like, that is probably your biggest gain over everything else. CS, number one, dodging skill shots is number two. So if you can do those two things and try to focus on those, that would probably be your biggest gains, I would say, in terms of skills. Like everything else, like if you figure out how to dodge skill shots, eventually you will just in that process learn how to hit your own skill shots, kind of thing. You know,
Yeah.
you'll figure out, okay, if I'm in a support and Ahri's coming at me, okay, Ahri's skill shots does this range. You know, I can kind of figure out how to, you know, dodge and move. But that all comes with experience. I mean, if you just hit level 30, well, you said you've been playing a couple months, so you've been 30 for a little bit. But I mean, if you just practice, like that's all I can say. Get in, get your runes better, which I did send you that uh, sheet. It'll tell you, okay, for your top lane, here's a top lane page, here's a mid, here's a jungle, here's a AD, here's a support page. So now you know, okay, if I play top lane, here's my page. It'll probably take you a while to get all of those runes. But I did notice you had 5 pages, so I was like, okay, perfect. One for every role. Done. Okay, so if you did want to look in my profile as well, go under My Masteries, and I only have one page. So that one page that you see, do that for Ahri, and do that for the majority of your mid laners. It's basically
Oh,
21.
so you like? Are you like an only mid lane? Like just like you really just have one mastery page?
No, I just change the one mastery page over and over. I don't really preset all my stuff. I just reset the other one because I can just hit return points and use my mouse wheel, and it'll just fill up the points.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you use your
Yes.
mouse wheel forward and backward, it'll add and remove points. Yeah, but I don't know if I ever wanted other mastery pages, it only takes me 5 seconds to fill out all 30 points.
I'm gonna have to probably snag this.
Yeah, I mean, this one's always up. If it ever goes away, I'll probably just play another champion. But I mean, I play mid a lot, so it'll come back eventually. So yeah, but you can pretty much use this on everyone in the mid lane. Even Cat probably. Yeah. Yeah, on Cat you'd do the same thing except for utility. You'd just get move speed, but everything else would stay the same.
Alright.
Okay, so any other questions before we get out of here?
The age-old question. Hmm. Is there any advice that you could give me that I have not been given already?
If you like playing jungle, focus on objectives. Even over ganks, over farming your own jungle. If you can get a free objective like the dragon, do that. And play just as a secondary one. Play people in solo queue that have damage and have CC. Those are probably your best bets. A lot of champions have both, so play those. Other than that, just find things you like playing, not things that are OP, not things that are in meta. Just the biggest thing is just to have fun, because if you're having fun, you'd stick with the game longer rather than, oh, this person's meta, let's just play them, and then you hate your life because that champion sucks to play. So
It's like, oh, I hate this one ability, but I gotta use it.
yeah, so I mean that's probably everything else that I could give other than watching one of your own games. So we would have to just like reschedule for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah. So, I'm definitely gonna have to do this again.
Yep.
I'm
So go. I
thinking.
mean, I always have that schedule up. So just go go in 2 weeks. Sign up for another lesson whenever those come up. Have like just 2 weeks of practice. Kind of take whatever I said kind of in consideration. Think about it. Practice for like 2 weeks. Come back and we can kind of go from there. Um, yeah, that's if you want to do it. If you want to get a lesson again, I'm always here. Just go through the site. There's other teachers because I know there's some master people that are free. Not many, but I'm always on the site. There's other people on the site. I mean, we'll definitely be here for you. Just say, well, we went over this last time. How am I doing now, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think I'll take what you said, practice it in game, custom stuff like that to
Okay.
see. Give it. I'm gonna give it time before just like, oh, let's just hop into another one. Give it this time so this way I can
Yeah.
see if I can actually apply it and get progress. So then
Yeah.
the next time I can be like, hey, so last time we said this, but look at this.
Yeah.
Now I'm just growing. Like, look how much CS I could get by then. You're like, wow.
Yeah.
And now we can,
Yeah.
so stuff like that.
Look over your replays. Go to op.gg. Find your name. I mean, you can record replays from there, and that would probably
What
help
what
you
is
as
what
well.
is a service I can use to get replays? I'm
op.
struggling to find some.
op.gg. Let's see if I can go to it here. op.gg, and then I'll put your name in. Alex is not registered. North America. Ah, weird. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I did spell it right. Okay. Well, that is the website. That's the URL. I just clicked it. I just linked it. I don't know why your name's not coming up, but
Oh, no. It's because the L in black is a capital I. That's why.
okay.
Like, I'm already on it. I can just throw it in here.
Yep. There you go. Yeah, there you go. So
Do they have
go.
replays on here?
Yep. If you go into a game, do in-game info, and then it'll come up with the current game, and it'll say record. Just click record.
Oh, so I'd have to. record it while I'm, loading into a match or something.
Yep, right in the load screen, just hit record, and then when your game's done, you can download it and watch it.
Okay, I see.
All right, if you have any other questions, if you just like think of just random stuff, you have my leak name. I'll keep you on the friends list. You have my name on Curse Voice. So if you ever just have a question, just feel free to send me a message. Other than that, if you like my lessons, give me a review, refer me to a friend, or you can donate. All that stuff is on my LOL coaching. And when you want to sign up for a lesson again, just go down to the schedule like you did before. Go 2 weeks out, and then just sign up for another lesson. We can go from there.
Okay, okay. So, um, how far do the schedules go? Is it like a
It's
weekly
yes,
schedule?
it's a 1 week schedule, but I can set it up 2 weeks in advance. So there's always going to be space open.
All right. I think when I come close to the 2 week thrush mark, I think I'll just do it then.
Okay, sounds good.
And just leave a reminder for me so I won't forget by that time because 2 weeks is a lot of time sometimes.
Yep, sounds good, man. I'll see you in a few weeks then.
All right. Thanks a bunch for the help.
Yep, no problem. Good luck.
You helped me improve. And if I do have any questions, I will definitely shoot you some.
Yep, no problem. Good luck.
All right. Thanks.
Bye. Okay, well that was that. Hopefully he learned something. I know I was kind of quiet because it's kind of hard for me to think on my feet, but hopefully he got something out of it. Hopefully you guys watching this got something out of it. It was my first, first ever live, non-video format lesson. So, I mean, hopefully it does well. I will put the thing that I linked with him with the 5 rune pages uh, in the description of this video, and I hope you guys watch my future videos. Thanks.